These are rehearsal scenes from The Real Love.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael.
Today we have the honor to speak to Joanna and
TheRealLoveMusic.com.
Looking at the list, and you got Tony Award winners, you got Golden Globe winners, you got Oscar winners, the list goes on.
That Oscar-winning composer has given life now to a brand new music.
amazing performance this weekend, Saturday, August 27th.
And the other extra thing is Don Mclean will be performing.
On the red carpet, we have Tony winners Trent Kowalik and Carol Coolish, Emmy winner Faith Rivera, one of the main singers in the show.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is just...
Now approaching the red carpet, we have Golden Globe and Grammy nominee, songwriter and actor Frank Stallone from Rocky.
In an exciting blend of Broadway and Hollywood, theater and music, Supreme Master Television celebrated its 5th anniversary with the world premiere of The Real Love.
As government commendations and congratulatory messages mark the channel's 5-year milestone, over 3,000 guests arrived at the Grand Pasadena Civic, USA, and were joined by dignitaries and award-winning celebrities.
The spectacular show was broadcast live globally and hosted by veg actors Grant Alexander, Kristen Bauer, Ed Begley Jr., Elaine Hendricks, and Haley Marie Norman.
Hello, everyone.
5, 4, 3, 2, and fade up music.
The Real Love presents a glimpse of the extraordinary life of Supreme Master Ching Hai through a musical starring award-winning actress Joanna Ampeel, Tony winners Daisy Egan and Katie Huffman, and Tony nominees Adam Pascal and Robert Torti.
Guest stars are Tony-winning singer Betty Buckley, Italian classical pop star Filippa Giordano, legendary Oscar-winning actress Shirley Jones, Tony winners Trent Kowalik and Carol Coolish, Emmy-winning singer Faith Rivera, noted actor and singer Tom Schmidt, screen veteran Dick Van Patten, and soprano Lynn Wintersteller. All part of an exceptional 38-member cast accompanied by a 21-piece orchestra.
Original music was created by esteemed composers, Oscar and 5-time Emmy winner Bill Conti, 2-time Oscar winner Al Kasha, Emmy nominee Doug Katsaris, Tony and Emmy winner Don Pippin, and Oscar and 2-time Grammy winner David Shire. They set to song the melodious poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai, the event's guest of honor, who attended via live video conference.
Special guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
In a heartwarming highlight, Supreme Master Ching Hai conveyed her love and support for humanity through her goodwill donations to 6 dedicated charitable organizations.
It's wonderful. It is the real love.
American icon Don Mclean also took to the stage to perform some of his greatest hits.
Enjoying a festive vegan banquet, the audience also had a chance to experience Supreme Master Ching Hai's unique aesthetic creations through a vibrant exhibition at the venue.
As all the wondrous art forms show us, there is hope for peace on earth when we believe only in love. Please join us for Parts 9 of the 12-part series of Supreme Master Television's 5th anniversary celebration.
Here they are, our other beautiful MCs.
Beautiful, beautiful.
In case you haven't noticed, we all share something in common, which is that we're all vegan.
Wow, bless you,
And
bless
we
you.
all love Don McLean, who is setting up backstage right now. So you will have to endure us for just a few moments while the band sets up. Does anybody want to share a story of the best vegetarian meal they ever had, or how they ended up becoming vegetarian, or why they love animals?
Well, one of the things one of my friends said to me the other day, who's vegan, that I thought he made such a great point. He said, "Have you ever met an unhappy vegan?" And I thought, no, I haven't. You know, we're putting such love out into the world, into the environment, that we're just really showing our happiness and our love. I've never met an unhappy vegan. Have you guys?
No, that's true. Right, you're right. They just have a wonderful energy to them.
Yes.
I became vegetarian many, many years ago, but then really started getting active in the animal movement. I personally have an animal organization that does large-scale rescues.
An unbelievable.
Thank you. Kristen works with us. And for me, it was about watching an undercover fur video. And when I saw what I saw was happening, because I loved animals my entire life, and yet I found myself very surprised that I didn't have any idea what was really happening to them. And I had no idea what was really happening to animals. They just existed, and I thought they were wonderful, and life was grand. But when I saw this on the screen, I was so taken aback. It was as if somebody had kicked me in the stomach, and I doubled over. And I just started sobbing uncontrollably. But it was that moment, that very poignant moment, that I said, my life is changed forever. And from that moment forward, my diet's changed. I bought a new car to get rid of my leather interior. I threw out all the leather out of my closet. I went through all of my cabinets and found every single product that had been tested on animals, and I threw that out, and on and on and on. And so now my life is so enriched and so incredible because of this relationship that I have with animals now, and it's extended itself into the whole green world, not just with animals, but with the environment.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Anybody else want to hear Don McLean and the Don McLean Band?
We all like.
They need a few minutes, as most everyone here knows, to set up. And I am going to talk about being a vegetarian. I just want to say a little bit about Don. Don McLean discovered me years ago. He discovered me at the Troubadour back in 1972. Before I got St. Elsewhere, any of that, this wonderful man, this wonderful musician, who was a big star at that time, saw me play the Troubadour, and he thought I was amusing, and so he got me management, what have you, and I went on the road, and I opened for him in many other acts, thanks to Don McLean. Can we have a big thanks for Don McLean about that? I met him in 72, 1970. You asked about being a vegetarian. That's when I stopped eating red meat in 1970. I became a vegetarian in 1970, and I haven't had red meat since. Thank you. I strayed for a while. I was one of those people who's eating fish for a while. I wised up on that. That doesn't work for me anymore and has not for years. I'm a pure vegan now, and I've been doing that for quite a while. Thank you. But I started this journey in 1970, and I'm 62 years old, and I rode up from Laurel and Ventura to Mulholland this morning, as I do every morning. So when they say you don't have any strength if you're a vegetarian, that's not the way it is around my household. I feel very good. And as I said, I'm 62, and so it's a good diet. And I also became aware, not just how it might benefit me, Kristen and others, but how it benefited the animals, the factory farms, and these chickens and these hogs, the way they are, their whole life in one position for most of their life. They can't even move. It's not right. It really isn't right. Factory farms are bad. They're bad for the animals and they're bad for the environment. You go to a lot of rivers throughout the Midwest and you see what's happening there. They're really all these, this incredible amount of nitrogen and these pollutants and what have you, and the kind of manure and what have you that comes from a farm. They try to contain it in these big ponds and pools. It doesn't work, and it gets into the waterways, it gets in the groundwater. It's bad for the environment. Listen to Bobby Kennedy Jr.'s talk about that, and he'll tell you in no uncertain terms how these big factory farms are despoiling the commons. It's very old law that you're not allowed to despoil the commons. That's what they're doing. They're polluting the water, the groundwater, and the rivers and streams. But I've been doing this since 1970. That's when I started. It's 42 years later, and I feel pretty good.
All right. So I'll try to get through this without crying, but I'm already starting. So I think, you know, what's important for me is to try to pull the thread and see where these things lead and really look for myself and have people decide for themselves. My mom bought laundry detergent, so I bought laundry detergent. And one day, when I'm pouring it in, I thought, that's neon blue. And where does it go? Well, and then you start asking questions and comparing, you know. And then I start looking at what, you know, factory farming does to our land. Well, also genetically modified crops are doing horrible things. So it's just an investigation for me, because I find that, you know, I love this story where someone went to Gandhi and said, hey, would you tell my kid to stop eating sugar? And he said, you come back in 2 weeks. So they came back to the same spot in 2 weeks, and Gandhi goes, stop eating sugar. And she's like, you know, I was here 2 weeks ago, dude. Like, you know, what was with all that? And he said, well, I was still eating sugar. You know, I was out traveling, and I'd gotten some plastic thing and was throwing it in the trash. Well, that's really not that different, because that's putting oil back in earth. It's not my backyard, but it's somebody's. Our lives are so busy, and I'm doing Twitter and Facebook and married and laundry and what have you. But my thing is to just kind of slow down and look at the actions of my day and try to see what I'm supporting. You know, where were my clothes made? Who made these? How do they live? To think of the other guy that we don't see. And that's, of course, the ultimate in veganism.
I think what everybody is saying, and I think what's true for all of us, not just in this room, but as human beings, at some point you stop and try to figure out, whether it's your relationship or some other part of your life, whether or not you're being really true to what you believe and what you want to stand for. And we're all hypocrites, we're all imperfect, we all make compromises all the time, and we're all at some point along a path. Some may feel like they're further, and some may be further behind, but as long as you feel like you're moving in a direction of being more true to who you really feel like you are, I think you're getting there. For me, that happened. A seminal moment in my life was in the early 80s. My wife and I were at a fairground in Maryland, and there was a little pen of pigs. And for some months, my fiance at that time had decided that she really wanted to try to be vegetarian. She did the typical things. She eliminated red meat. And I had been resisting, as typically as men do, and even though I knew in my heart that for us it was the right thing. And I saw these little pigs in this pen, and the little baby piglets looked like little puppies. And I was like, oh, God, you so good. I was bending down, and I put my hand up to the thing, and one came over and snuffled me. And my wife leaned down right next to me and very softly said, he still eats you. And I swear this little pig turned and looked at me like, and for me, I realized I can't do this anymore. And so on that day, I stopped that part of it. Now, before we wrap this up, I know there are a lot of animal people in this audience there. I know there are a lot of music fans. We've had a lot of celebrities here today. But I looked out in the audience a minute ago, and I saw somebody who is one of the real giants of this movement. I didn't know he was going to be here, but he's an old friend. And when I say giant, I mean giant. Alex, stand up and take a bow. Alex Pacheco.
Wow.
This is a guy that has seen stuff and done stuff that, as much as we all love animals, we would not have the stomach to do. So he's one of the heroes of all of this. So I thank you for listening to my story, and I think they're just about ready, and I know it's going to be great. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, Alex. Thank you, all of you, for being vegans, vegetarian. God bless you. Wow, my favorite, Don Mclean.
You've heard Don Mclean in many wonderful songs and albums. Tapestry you've heard American Pie, and Vincent, great songs. He's a great friend, a great musician, a great songwriter. Please welcome to the stage, Don Mclean and the Don Mclean Band.
so I'm going steady. It's alright when people say that those foolish kids can't be ready for the love that comes their way. Well, alright, we'll live and love with all our might. Well, alright, our lifetime of love be alright. So I'm being foolish. It's alright when people know about the dreams and the wishes you wish. The night when lights are low. Well, alright, we'll live and love all our might. Well, alright, our lifetime of love be alright. I'm crying, waiting, hoping you'll come back, but can't seem to get you off my mind. Crying, waiting, hoping you'll come back. You're the one I love, and I think about you all the time. Crying, my tears keep falling all night long. Waiting, it feels so useless. I know it's wrong to keep her crying. Waiting, hoping you'll come back. Maybe someday soon things will change and you'll be mine. Well, please don't tell, no, don't say that I told you so. I just heard a rumor from a friend. Well, I don't say that it's true, I'll just leave that up to you. If you don't believe, I'll understand. Do you recall the girl that's been in nearly every song? This is what I heard. Of course, the story could be wrong. She's the one I've been told. Now she's wearing a band of gold. Peggy Sue got married not long ago. Peggy Sue got married not long ago. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
We'll do a little song called Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, all roads lead to you. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, your light is shining through. You will show the way to all who see it shine, that we can live in peace in Jerusalem this time. The walls keep you in, the walls will keep you out. Gates are calling though, know what it's about. In Jerusalem, Jerusalem, all roads lead to you. Jerusalem, my Jerusalem, your light is shining through. You will show the way to all who see it shine, that we can live in peace in Jerusalem. This time, Jerusalem is old, Jerusalem is new, Jerusalem can hold Muslim, Christian, Jew. In Jerusalem, Jerusalem, all roads lead to you. Jerusalem, my Jerusalem, your light is shining through. You will show the way to all who see it shine, that we can live in peace in Jerusalem this time. The markets and the alleys, the temples and the tombs, a place for all believers. It has so many rooms in Jerusalem, Jerusalem, all roads lead to you. Jerusalem, my Jerusalem, your light is shining through. You will show the way to all who see it shine, that we can live in peace in Jerusalem this time. Yeah, we can live in peace in Jerusalem this time. Thank you.
Beautiful song.
I heard Don McLean when I was 16 years old in Tasmania, Australia. But today, his voice was deeper and stronger.
Jerusalem, Jerusalem.
I was so impressed that Supreme Master woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and was so alert and awake and funny and sincere and real. And that she said, yes, I'll stay up for the Don McLean concert. And I was thinking, it's going to be 5 a.m. Don't you ever sleep? I love also the Supreme Master talks so much about world peace and how, you know, the futility and the deep, deep sorrow of war. I was thinking that when she mentioned today about working it out with a partner, to have peace between all husbands and wives, all parents and children, and neighbors and employers and employees would be just heaven on earth. And I think it's achievable.
And now on the red carpet, actress and model Haley Marie Norman.
He's just so amazing. I know people are really excited to see him, so it's really cool that he's part of this. I was able to sit in the audience for a little bit and seeing just the wonderful talents and the beautiful voices and portraying of the story was really awesome, and getting to be a part of it was great. I just got a really great energy and vibe from the audience, which was very nice. The dancing was phenomenal. When they did the part where they were like in the disco, and I thought that part was really, really fun.
What message did you leave the musical with today?
That love is really the most important thing in the world, and the wars and the horrible atrocities that are happening in the world, things that people don't even view as atrocities, such as eating animals. We wouldn't be having the horrible natural disasters that we were having if we were showing the Mother Earth our love.
Today was very heart-pressing. It really took me to another level with Don Mclean and his music. I never knew his music was like spiritual. When he sang the song Jerusalem and the other music, it really touched my heart today.
Jerusalem, your light is shining through.
So it's great, especially the messages and the talks after, like really opened, you know, the view about like the vegan matter.
I didn't know that we were going to have a video kind of dialogue with her, and I thought it was very, very important because it's so enriching to hear the source of the inspiration for what the production's supposed to be communicating with the audience, and I really loved her messages. I thought it was a beautiful way to end it.
I can just second that. It's really great. You can really notice how she put a lot of heart into it.
I'm so inspired by someone so selfless. I just felt as if like a part of me would want to be someone so giving, who would give everything away to just pursue enlightenment in order to try to battle suffering, you know, step by step. So I thank her for sending the message to everybody here.
It was a wonderful experience. The ensemble and the principal artists were amazing people to work with. All the people from Supreme Master TV and the production were so welcoming. Thank our stage manager, Heather, who was amazing, and because the entire Supreme Master TV show is a huge thing, and it was just a blast actually to hear finally the reactions of the audience with all those songs and the Robert Torti jokes.
Tom, where did you go? Tom, I'm down here.
And to finally have this audience there.
So what did you think about the song?
I loved it. There's beautiful poetry in it. I think my favorite, I'm sure my favorite is On the Riverbank. You can see she was really seeing the nature and the calm and quiet and thinking about life and meaning. I love that song so much.
Sit on the riverbank, listening to the sound of water and the birds.
We enjoyed every part of it, you know, the celebrity part of it and the charity part of it and the musical itself and her story and the concert. Everything worked together.
I was crying because the words touched me so much. Everything she said today is exactly what's happening in our world, this tremendous lack of love. I'm a psychologist, and I know that probably the biggest problem with people today is not having love. And I liked what she said, that all we have to do is open our hearts and just show people we love.
Oh, the vegan banquet is delicious. The food is always so good. One World and Loving Hut did the catering tonight. The food is always right on. So that's another way of getting the message out there, because we're showing the food can be delicious and you can have all your same favorite foods. It's really easy to switch them and make them vegan, so you have no excuse.
I'm vegan for 5 years now. No more illness, no more Flu, runny nose, fever, cold, sore throat, gone, everything. It's amazing. Me, my wife, and my 4 kids. Her message was really strong. She just got more into the spiritual, what we need to hear, especially in this world today. You can feel the energy running through the palace over there. I call it the palace. It was a wonderful feeling, and I'm gonna go home energized tonight. I hope they do another one really soon. Because I'll be the first one here, first one to buy the front row tickets. This world's just looking lovelier.
My favorite scene definitely was the second act when Tan was in India and she sung that like jazzy type of feel in the music. That was my favorite part. And of course when her husband and she reunited.
Forget us not, for us is all that we have done.
Then she sat down and was about to enjoy her newfound bliss.
You're also singing The Peace Seeker, composed by Bill Conti.
Absolutely gorgeous. All the actors are one of the most talented ensembles I've ever worked with. And we were standing on stage putting it all together. I sang my solo line, but then when I started hearing all the harmonies, I couldn't finish because I started choking up. Because the sound was so beautiful, and the visual of it's the end of the story and the new chapter. And
For all these seekers, the stars are there to light the way. Eternal happiness, eternal peace, eternal
chance to go to the exhibition and see her artwork?
Oh, it's so inspiring, and it's playful, and it's youthful, and it seems to be ephemeral and eternal at the same time. Supreme Master, thank you so much for your benevolence, for blessing this planet, for inspiring me to wake up to my own Supreme Master possibilities, and for leading the way. Thank you very much. I love you.
Congratulations, Supreme Master TV, and I wish you a lot of future anniversaries.
The station's really cool, and it's amazing how many different languages it's in. So many people seeing this. Congratulations on all the success, because it's obviously, you guys have had tremendous success. Mwah, mwah.
Check vocals.
Very nice. Very lovely. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind presence today for Supreme Master Television's 5th anniversary celebration. Please join us tomorrow, Saturday, October 8th, for part 10 of 12 of this event. Stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for words of wisdom. May heaven bless you and your loved ones, as well as our wondrous planet.
bells that echo as I climb the stairs. Empty clothes that drape and fall on empty chairs. Started singing, bye, bye, Miss America, bye. Rode the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was done. Good old boy, to drinking whiskey and rye, and singing, this will be the day that I die.
For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/real love, thereallovemusic.com.